I'm going to be running a whole blood sample on the VET scan machine. So I'm going to click measure to start. I'm going to click run. My sample ID is in. I'm going to change the type to dog and the name, Chester, and age. There we go. Age, I'm going to put 3. Gender is going to be male. Doctor, Dr. Sheck. And I'm going to click run. I'm going to invert my tube, my purple top tube. Top off. And put it in. And then I would click run. I'm running the VET scan machine. And I'm going to have my sample with the serum. Take the top off. And the pipette will bring out the exact amount I need. So I'm going to put it in and be careful not to touch the wax plug. And then on my disc, I'm going to put this in the hole with the arrow. And that should fill to this line between the 2 arrows on that side. So now I'll come over to my machine and click analyze. Now I'll open the drawer and I would put this in with bottom down, and then both of these machines will print the results together, and then it's done.
So we've opened the cabinet, we removed our microscope with one hand on the arm, one hand on the base, and we lifted it to the counter. We removed our cover and we plugged the cord in to the side of our workbench. We have also raised the condenser, so we raised our condenser.
Should I?
Yeah, and then you can show, yeah.
So that's the condenser lowered. And I'm raising the condenser up now.
And we fully open the iris diaphragm.
The power's on.
Power is on, good. And our light control intensity dial to adequate light. We rotate the nose piece to the 10 objective. We adjust our interpupillary distance.
Okay, I've adjusted my interpupillary distance, and I'm going to make sure that the surface is grit-free. I'm going to place the Kohler slide on the stage. Okay, I'm going to look from the side and bring the objective and slide as close together as possible using the coarse focus adjustment knob. And now I'm going to focus on the specimen. I'm going to move the stage so it's focusing on the feathered edge of the specimen, and now I'm going to focus it. There we go. I'm going to rotate the diopter ring on the right eyepiece to the same reading as the intraocular scale. And I'm going to close my left eye and focus the microscope with the fine adjustment knob. Okay. And I'm going to do that same step but with my right eye closed and focusing with the fine adjustment knob. Okay.
Is to ensure
Now I'm
that
going
you
to
go
turn the course
down,
adjustment knob
especially if
counterclockwise
they're
until the stage stops
right?
at the
In terms
bottom.
of if you rotate those objective ones,
And I'm going to turn the fine adjustment knob so that the index ring is at the center of its
if you're having
range.
trouble with your microscope, right? Like if I'm struggling to yes, what do I do in practice? I throw a slide on
And I'm going to rotate the course adjustment knob in
if for some reason
clockwise
that wasn't working,
condition
I
or
would go back
direction,
and set my microscope
bringing the
up
stage
again
up.
and start again and see if maybe something was off. Right? Yeah.
And I'm going to look through the eyepieces and use the fine adjustment knob until the specimen is in focus. I'm going to close the diaphragm ring to minimum light, so then move condenser vertically until a sharp focus image on the diaphragm is obtained. Okay, and then I'm going to bring the field diaphragm image to the center of the field by manipulating the centering screws.
Sorry, where are you?
Okay, I'm going to move to 40 objective.
Like I moved it all the way down and then all the way back up, and it was never. You didn't see it.
Okay, and I'm going to adjust the iris and condenser diaphragm. And then I'll just adjust field diaphragm ring to open field of view. Okay, so I'm going to prepare my PCV tube with whole blood to run in the centrifuge. So. And then use the clay for a plug. That is ready to put in the centrifuge. So when loading the centrifuge, you want to make sure that it's even and that the end with the plug in it is towards the outside. For my red blood cell count, I'm going to line up the plasma with the end of the plasma and to the end of where the plug is, and right now it is reading at about 52. Okay, so to calibrate the refractometer, you're going to put a few drops of distilled water and then put the cover over. And when I look through it, the blue line should go right to the bottom of the scales, and then it should be white below the scales, which it is. But if it wasn't, I would adjust it using this knob here. Okay, so to get my total protein, I'm going to break the PCV tube at the end of the plasma. And I'm going to put some drops on the opposite end because this side can get charge of glass on. So that I have a few drops on, I'm going to close my cover, and it is measuring at about 5.4. So now I'm going to test the urine-specific gravity. So I'm going to bring up some urine and put a few drops on.
Yes. Yes. So that would be yes.
Put my cover on, and it is reading at about 10:21.